You ever watch this fucking, they call it fucking Ancient Aliens?
Yes.
There's some seriously fucking whacked people out there, dude.
Have you seen... Wait, you said Ancient Aliens, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Not Asian aliens.
There's another one. You're a dick. There's another one. I can't remember what it's called. But I think it has to do with mainly conspiracy theories. They do the alien thing on there, like the UFOs and sightings and Stonehenge and shit. And they had this one guy on there, and he sits in like this rocking chair in the middle of his living room and says, I can contact aliens and blah, 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 blah. And he starts going, and shit like that. If I can find that, I will send it to you. Like, this is, I thought I was a whack job, but when I seen that, I was like, yeah, that beats me. All right, I'm going to mute out and we'll go live, all right?
Roger, Dodger.
Please remember, the views and opinions expressed by this show or any other show on DV Radio and its guests are strictly those of said individuals and do not reflect those of the DV Radio staff nor the staff of Dysfunctional Veterans.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Attention, everyone.
You're tuned in live.
DV Radio.
Online and on the go on your mobile device.
Listeners' discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to
Hey, you're listening to DV Radio with the old guy. I see Bo, who never leaves his couch for some reason. Google and Recoil, and I don't know where Marquis at.
I was going to say he probably went to Kruger.
The little garlic sauce is delicious. You alt-right neo-Nazi bastards better stop it right now.
If you use the cheap sauce, it don't taste good.
It tastes like ass.
And I've got an important message.
Joe Junkie and Carrie Crack are perfectly fine for Tombstone.
Well, Carrie Crack is perfectly fine. She's in New Zealand. I would have sex with Brad Pitt.
How can you even read that with a straight face? Well, I've heard that many like short and tuna can girth, so I'm winning in that round apparently.
You're tuned in to WDVR on DVRadio.net or by searching DV Radio on your TuneIn app on your favorite mobile device.
Because this is how it is on DV Radio.
That is how it is right here on Barracks Talk Live, or you're listening to it on podcast if it's not on Saturday night at 2100 Eastern Standard Time on WDVR, DVRadio.net. I am Bonerwood. No, I did not die. Apparently, you guys thought I died or something bad happened or something due to the sarcastic comedy video that I put out Monday. But it was a joke. Sorry if I alarmed anybody. It was sarcasm. I do apologize if I raised alarm bells, because apparently DV6 told me today that everybody's been asking about me. I'm sorry. I'm alive. I've just got a head cold, my yearly sore throat. It happens every year this time. But yes, we did have a power outage that lasted from like Sunday to Monday for about 14 hours, give or take. And we thought it would just be fun to do the, I'm on my last pretzel. We don't know how much longer we can last kind of thing. So I did, and apparently you guys thought it was real, and I fucking adamantly apologize for that. I truly do. Didn't mean to cause you guys any heart attacks or strokes or anything like that. Anyway, we don't have DB6 here tonight. I'll tell you more about that later on in the show. Google's not with us tonight because she wasn't feeling good, and Marquis is probably still trying to find his flat screen TVs. Yeah. Anyway, we do have Recoil and Oink with us tonight. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Outstanding.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's great to hear. Oh, me. Sorry. I'm trying, not to cough on air because it sounds horrible. It's not as bad as it was yesterday and the day before, though, so that's good. Anyway.
That's just when you cough and fart at the same time.
I actually sneezed, coughed, and farted the other day, and I thought I shit myself.
Right? All while taking a piss.
I don't want to do that, because that would probably push a kidney stone through my fucking urethra, and I would probably die.
You end up blowing the living room window out.
Ting! I told you guys about that kidney stone I had a few months ago, and I had to piss that morning. When I did, it hit the plastic bucket, and it just goes poof. Like, my mom turned around and looked at me. She went, "What was that?" I said, "That fucking stone came out."
Finally let that kidney boulder go.
Holy shit, dude. But, yeah, so I am alive. I am fine. Again, sorry I caused you guys alarm or whatever. It was just a joke. Sorry. Thought you guys would get the sarcasm there. Apparently, you didn't. Anyway. I think we got, like, how many inches of snow did we supposedly get? And anyway, I think we supposedly got, like, a foot of snow, but we didn't see that here where I live. It's still snowy outside as far as the ground and all, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think the worst thing was the sleet and the refreezing, afterwards. But other than that, it wasn't the storm of the century, as they called it, across the fucking nation like they done with Hurricane Florence.
Yeah, we had an ice storm.
Really?
Yeah, which is always pretty as hell, but like power outages and cable going out and shit like that.
Yeah, when I was younger, we had an ice storm, and my mom's got some pictures from, the film days. We got some pictures of it, and the trees are so beautiful. I mean, when the sun hits it, it gives it that bluish hue, so it's so beautiful, but that's the worst thing, is the power outages and shit like that.
Yeah. But I was up at camp still when that happened, and like the next day, I'm gonna say probably 11 a.m. when the sun started really cresting over the edge of the mountain. It seemed like it was raining because of all the ice melting off.
Wow, I bet that was beautiful though.
Yeah, it was awesome when you get it down the back of your neck.
When you're sitting there and you just got through shivering and you're just warm enough to where you can stand it for a few minutes until you got to shiver again, and then that one drop from an icicle hits your neck.
Like serious fucking ice water.
It's like somebody just stuck their finger up your ass. Hey, not there. What are you doing? But what I was saying about
kind of hunting than I usually do.
What's that? What was that, Recoil?
Kind of hunting than I usually do. You get a surprise finger in the ass.
Well, if you want a surprise horn up there. Speaking of hunting, you guys got archery season coming up soon, right?
The second archery. Yeah. The ice cold archery. Fuck that. I don't need deer meat that bad.
Right. Oh shit! Now, how long does this one last? Because I know one of them lasts 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, the first archery is about 6 weeks.
Okay.
And then Pennsylvania rifle season is 2 weeks long.
Okay.
And then the second archery is about a month.
Oh, okay. I cannot keep that shit up. I think having all these rules and regulations in hunting is a little overboard. I understand why they have some of them, but some of them are just like, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. I think if you own enough land to support a deer herd, you should be able to shoot whenever you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
As long as it's for personal use. I'm not advocating wiping out your entire deer herd.
Right. Well, I've told you guys, I've spent 2009 Super Bowl at Brett Favre's house. And he actually has so much land that he breeds his own deer, and he uses them for hunting, and that's it. And they were some beautiful deer, let me tell you. He had the females on one side and the males on another, but they were some beautiful fucking deer, and some big ones too, let me tell you. Anyway, I bet Pete is latching on to this one right now. I said DB6 wasn't on tonight, and that's because he made a trip up to Boston today. He says, to let you guys know, that he was out all day, and he was walking around the city talking to homeless vets. He said facts, but I think that was his autocorrect. And giving out some of the bags that you all helped donate and helped us reach our goal for. But mainly interviewing them on camera, and we should have something to present to everybody as far as video footage for you all, the audience on Facebook, and you guys listening in a week or two. And he wants to thank everybody for your donations, your fundraisers, everything you guys have done. Actually is going to help the veterans at the farm start work on the barn next year and hopefully start procuring that van to go to the VA and stuff like that sometime early next year. So thank you so much. Talking of fundraisers and donations, Facebook birthday fundraisers as well as just Facebook fundraisers in general. You can do them without it being your birthday. Those help so much. You don't have to put $5 on your fundraiser. Make it big if you want to. Make it fucking 30,000 grand. We don't care. But it helps us tremendously. You guys have no clue. The donations at dbfarm.org, even better. If you're not able to do a fundraiser for whatever reason, or you want to actually do some shopping online and give back to the DB Farm all at the same time, use smile.amazon.com. All you have to do is make DB Farm your charity of choice. There's no hidden fees or extra costs, and a portion of your purchase goes directly to the DB Farm. That's smile.amazon.com. Just make DB Farm your charity of choice. You never have to change it ever again. And like I said, it all goes back to the DB Farm and helps them do what they're doing and continue the mission. Yes, Recoil.
That's super awesome. Like, I'm actually done with my Christmas shopping, 99% of which I did on smile.amazon.com.
Right.
So, I mean, it was super easy. I'm doing all my shopping anyway, and now I was able to coax Amazon into making a donation to DB Farm, which is pretty fucking badass.
Exactly.
And you didn't have to trek through the crazy-ass Walmarts of the world.
Exactly.
I love online shopping. Not have to deal with all the fucking Walmartians.
The fundraisers and donations that we've done over the past couple of I want to say months, but I think it's been more like a month and a half, week or so. We've done the our own Giving Tuesday. What was it, last week? Is that when we done it, Oink?
I believe so. I think it was last week or the week before. I think I've slept since then, so I can keep the days straight myself.
Within the last 2 weeks before this show, which is December 15th, 2018. I should have said at the beginning of the show. Anyway, we done our own Giving Tuesday because we missed Facebook's Giving Tuesday, where they will match it or double it. We actually, you guys, the community, the listeners, the Facebook followers, those that shared it, we got over $7,000 from that, and we cannot tell you how much that helps us out. It helps us so fucking much. We can't explain it. We can't thank you enough. Without the donations, without the support, without you spreading the word, without you sharing posts or telling people, hey, go check this website out, dbfarm.org, they're doing great things, or whatever, we would not be where we're at and going where we are. It's that simple. I mean, it's impossible to run a nonprofit without the community. We get no state or federal funding as of right now. We're looking into it, but we rely solely on you guys. Those of you that's listening, sees our shit, it's all you guys. It's not us, it's you. So without you, none of this would be possible. Recoil, either of you want to say anything on that?
I think you covered it well, Bo.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if you guys had any personal thoughts, feelings, concerns, suggestions, comments, you know.
Well, of course I have personal thoughts and feelings.
Fuck your feelings. Yep. Anyway.
Exactly.
As of right now, I haven't heard anything otherwise. But as of right now, we still need lumber for the DB Farms barn and the stalls and all that. So, as of right now, as of December 15th, 2018's Barracks Talk, we still need donations and other things such as Home Depot gift cards and those things like that. That's the only gift cards we need if you do that way. If you have any questions or comments or concerns or suggestions about wood or procuring any of the equipment that we may need to build these stalls and for the barn, email us at info@dbfarm.org. With that said, there's only 2 people, I say 1.5 people though, that checks the DB Farm email and replies back to them. Right now is our busiest time of year for emails because people are asking to join us for this last-minute charity event or this, that, or the other, or whatever. So please give us some time to answer your questions. We will reply back to it. It could take 2 to 3 weeks. Please don't think we forgot about you if it takes that long. But that's info@dbfarm.org, and that's for the lumber as of now, for the Kwanzaa hut to build the stalls, and for whatever we need for the barn. Did I cover that good?
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know of any events or fundraisers going on at the farm or for the farm as of right now. If that's something you guys know about, please share it on all the pages, share it with your groups or whatever. Like I said, I don't know of any going on right now. Six hasn't told me. Google's not told me. I know Recoil and Oink aren't aware of anything. The Christmas list for the veterans is, of course, on the DV Farm Facebook page. I believe it's still a pinned post. Some of you say that you're having trouble with the URL when you go to that wish list. All you have to do is click on it. If it says there's a 404 error, either refresh it or clear your cookie history. It's mainly mobile devices that's having that trouble. We don't know why. It's on Amazon's end. Sometimes things get fucked up on the server when someone buys something and it needs to reload that list. So you could just happen to be reloading in the time that, or clicking on it in the time that that list is updating and reloading. So that could be the reason why you're getting an error message. But don't fret, it's there. Just keep trying until you get to it. If you still have questions, contact us again, info@dbfarm.org. I believe there's also a special at buydbstore.com. Buy so much and you get a free stocking. I asked one of the guys at the store, as of tonight, you have until Wednesday at midnight to get everything ordered in time to get it for Christmas if that's what you want to do. I don't think anything after that is guaranteed to make it to your house or whomever's house by Christmas. So if you want something by Christmas, Wednesday at midnight, that's Wednesday, December 19th at midnight, Eastern time, not Pacific time, Eastern time, is the last time you'll be able to get those in time for Christmas. I think that's all.
That's right. So grab those bags of dicks now.
Right. I'm going to leave my mouth.
Who's the genius that came up with this?
Well,
whiskey-filled Christmas ornaments.
Oh, it's Spooky Cat. Spooky Cat's in chat. Say hey, everybody.
Hey, Spooky.
It's been
What's
a
up,
minute.
Spook?
Hope you're doing good, Spooky. Whiskey-filled what?
Christmas ornaments.
Dude, they wouldn't make it to the fucking tree.
They're awesome. They're like little Christmas balls with a little screw-on cap, and you hang them a little shot in each one.
He said little balls.
So now your tree can burn ultra fucking fast.
Right? Me and my mom were talking about that the other day. You know how people are showing all these trees catching fire and shit. Number one.
Perfect for a mobile home.
Number one. If you're an idiot and don't know how to take care of a real tree, you shouldn't have a real Christmas tree in your house in the first fucking place. Number two, if you're an idiot and don't know how to check your lights for frayed wires and busted fucking lights and shit like that, you don't need to have a Christmas fucking tree. So be smart this Christmas. Don't be a fucking idiot with your fucking Christmas tree. Plain and simple. I don't understand this fucking world, dude. Anyway,
So you don't want a Tim the Tool Man tailor it?
I was gonna do the noise that he does, but I can't because of my throat. It's gonna fucking kill my throat. That one. Oh, anyway. So it's just us three. Google's not here. DB6 not here. Marquis not here.
Show's over.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Bye bye. See you there.
Oblique.
That's a whole, folks.
We are working on a new introduction for next year, so hope you guys like that. Nobody's heard it but me. Yeah, it might be a few seconds longer, but I think it'll be worth it. It moves fast, so hope you guys like it. If you don't, you can go fuck yourself. Anyway, eat a bag of dicks at that. So there's that. Oh, me. We will be letting you guys know the name of our DB Radio coffee tonight, later on in the show, so stay tuned for that. And Frosty, I will get an update on if you'll be able to pre-order coffee or not. So bear with me. We're still working out a lot of shit right now. And I've got some news to put out about Eubora. They have a sale going on starting tomorrow. If you want to know about that. Actually, it started today. Sorry, it started today and it ends on Christmas. The code is troops. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if you'll bear with me 1 second. Somebody want to talk for a second?
Just speaking of the fundraisers, if you don't see it on the main page, check out the visitors post. I know there was a couple of fundraisers for the DB farm posted there on the visitors side of the house. So if get in there and support your fellow veterans that are helping raise money for the DB farm. Check out the visitors post and by all means donate.
Should be checking that side anyway, because that's where some of the funniest shit is. They can post shit over there that the page can't get away with.
And the comments are great as well. Definitely check out the comments.
Hey, Recoil,
that's where we see a lot of the reach outs too, or in the post page section, or post by others section. So that you definitely should be checking that out. Scanning that.
One thing nobody's heard in about 2 months from you.
From me?
Yep. Something you always talk about at the end of the show. Okay. I've just found it right when you said forum. I found it. I was going to have you talk about it. But before Recoil talks about that Eubora, go to Eubora, EubораCoffee.com, and between now and December 25th, they're having a sale for every bag sold. If you use the code TROOPS at checkout, they will match every bag sold and send overseas a bag of coffee for the troops that are deployed. That's now, today, December 15th until December 25th at Eubora Coffee. Use the code TROOPS, TROOPS, and they will match every bag bought for a soldier deployed in or overseas. That's now until December 25th, EubораCoffee.com. Big shout out to Eubora Coffee Roasters. So go do that. Do that now.
Like right now.
Now.
Right now?
Yeah, not later.
Now.
Right now. Right. Don't wait.
Meow.
Meow. Right meow. Right meow. Hold on. Let me see if I've got this jingle set up yet, because I know. Right here.
Tell me how that's a good deal for you.
Just so you guys know, I've got a whole fucking jingle palette dedicated to Battlefield. I'm working on it. I've got I think there's 20 fucking clips that I've got to condense down, render into MP3 file, and then put on the fucking jingle palette. So.
Yeah, see.
But what do you guys want to talk about until break?
What's on the itinerary?
Well, I sent it to you, all of you.
Oh shit! I missed that part.
You fucking look and zoom.
Well, we covered the donations for lumber. The wish list. Yeah, what else? What we got? Well, the good thing is the ground stopped shaking up here for a while, so we've been able to get some sleep.
Yeah, how are you guys doing up there with that?
No, like I said, a lot of the trimmers, we kind of laughed at the Tennessee little earthquake there, a little 4-pointer, and we're like, our aftershocks are bigger than your earthquake. But
what she said.
Yeah. But we've calmed down quite a bit since then, so everything is somewhat back to normal. I know a lot of you guys were talking about the roads that got repaired with less than 72 hours, but you got to understand that when they go through projects like that, you normally have your survey team come in, and that's why everything takes so long. And of course, you got the swift water protection, for the creeks and stuff like that. obviously we didn't abide by any of that stuff. We just basically tore the stuff out and repaired the roads. So there wasn't the bureaucratic, red tape bullshit that they had to go through to get the roads repaired. They just did it. So that's why we got the roads back and repaired so quickly. So, in case you're wondering, but other than that, I mean, things have been settled down quite a bit, and that's a positive for us because we can actually get some sleep now.
Nice.
When you remove yourself from mainland America, you can actually get things done.
Right?
Sorry, I was talking to SRP in a personal chat. I think I might be able to get him to come on tonight.
What? You having a fucking private party now? Is that what's going on?
Hey. Listen here, specialist.
Maybe the rest of us could use a little SRP in our lives.
The D?
I want him to come, fling my dinghy a little bit, but
yes.
I got a little hole that needs to spring a leak. How the fuck we're still on the internet? I do not fucking know. I want to let you guys know that myself and Oink and Frosty, and I'm going to get Recoil in on it too because me and him's not been able to talk the past few weeks as much as we normally do. But I've actually got something in the plans that you guys might enjoy if we can work it out. You'll be able to watch a movie with us once a month or something if you're a certain donator of a certain amount. We'll send you a link and stuff like that. But that's not a given right now. We're working on things, so don't say, but you said, because it's in the works. It may work, it may not. But if it works out, you guys will be able to come watch a movie with us once a month or something like that, and we'll shoot the shit in a chat room and have some fun, stuff like that. How's that sound? You guys think that would be cool? I mean, of course you would have to give, you'd have to give a certain amount, like $15 a month, and it'd have to be, you'd have to have done it at least 2 or 3 months recurring before we can say, hey, you can come join us. It's not going to be, I just gave $15, so I should be able to do it too. It's not going to be one of those things. I mean, you hardcore fans and those that's been with us for a while, and I'm not trying to be that dick that makes you pay to do stuff. But at the same time, this does cost a shit ton of money at the end of the day. And it comes out of our pockets, it comes out of our livelihoods, and that's it. Other than what few donations we get from the community, it comes out of our pockets. And that's a lot of fucking money, let me tell you guys. It's free for you, but it's not free for us. And we love doing it. That's why we've never stopped doing it. We always find a way, whether we have to, dig a hole into China and steal some gold. We will. But to help us cover costs sometimes, but for me to give something back to you for donating, that's something that we're looking into. You guys keep asking about merchandise. We've got the coffee coming out. I know that's not a big thing. It's not a t-shirt. It's not a coffee mug or whatever like some of you want. But I hope that suffices until we get more money from whether it be sponsors or the community, stuff like that. Hopefully it's something that you guys like. I can't think of anything else right now. SRP said he had to go piss, so.
Hi.
He shakes it more than twice. He's playing with it.
All right.
But I guess it's his. He can do what he wants with it, I guess,
I thought it was 17 times.
Well, I can't count. They did say that was 3 inches too, but
I heard. I heard that the shaking number goes up the older you get.
Pulled it out. She said, "Who you gonna please with that?" I said, "Myself."
Myself. Myself.
I'm gonna have a great time.
Oh shit. What are we doing with our lives?
Spinning him right here on WDVR on Saturday nights at Barracks Talk.
Which tells you.
We literally have no fucking lives. The bad thing is, We all have families. We all have personal lives. But we literally have nothing else better to do. Oh my god. I could order a hooker, I guess. I don't know. Midget stripper, maybe?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Which usually leads to that really thick peanut butter shot.
That really thick peanut butter shot.
The one with all the antibiotics and shit in it.
I did not want to picture that. Now I'm picturing Recoil with a thick peanut butter shot filled with antibiotics and zinc. Because, zinc helps those things. Anyway, we need to go to break. You're listening to Pillow Talk right here on WDVR, dvradio.net. On the other side, we'll come back to Barracks Talk with Recoil, Oink, myself, Boner Wood, and possibly a guest. I don't know. Anyway, we'll be back.
DV Radio.
You're listening to WDVR, only on dvradio.net.
And we're back to Barracks Talk right here on dvradio.net. Pillow Talk ended on the other side. We're now back with Barracks Talk. I'm Boner Wood. We've got Recoil.
dvradio.net.
We've got Recoil and Oink. I love this voice. Oh, me. So what have you guys been up to this week? And Recoil, you're going to have to catch us all up on everything.
Right? He's been gone for a minute or two.
On everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was
getting ready to say that's your cue.
I'm a little rusty. I spent a lot of time bouncing back and forth between the shop and our camp. And once I'm up at camp, I have no cell phone, no internet, no email, no nothing, which is fucking awesome. There's no telephone up there. We don't have television up there.
So, rural Alaska. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. Except for it's only like an hour to civilization, so.
That's good.
Yeah, I've been enjoying that. A little time with the men of the family and clearing my head of all the stresses of the year.
So it's a nice change of pace from work and personal life, I take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except I missed all you guys. And of course my lovely wife.
Oh, we missed you too.
It's definitely nice to get away though every once in a while, that's for sure. Unplug.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, just reset.
Yeah. Well, it's like that, all of what was it, November, that I was sitting here with fucking stitches in every part of my orifice. I didn't get on Facebook except I think it was to talk to Recoil a couple of times, and that was it. And that was through my tablet. I don't even think I got on Twitter none. And it was so great. You guys have no idea how awesome it is just to get away from social media. Social media alone, fuck it. I could do without it. Not even gonna lie. It's wonderful.
It's the devil, man. I tell you, it's the devil.
It's the devil. I told you it's the devil.
But mama, it's not the devil. If you're not on Facebook, it's live. Oh my god. SRP's been banned 60 days of the last 62. Holy shit.
Somehow I am not surprised by that.
I was getting ready to say that doesn't surprise me either. How many times does that make? Like 200-300? I'm surprised your entire account hasn't been swiped from the server. We need to get this fucker off of our servers. He's a fucking weirdo.
Probably the only guy that gets banned from MeWe, too.
Probably. Well, it's like when Six made the page on MeWe, somebody let us know that they finally got banned, and it was the first time they ever got banned, and they weren't banned until we made a page. Oh my god. So, You guys heard about Baby It's Cold Outside getting banned?
How could you? Yeah, of course.
Just insane.
Well, it's funny that it got banned. It's funny that anybody looks into an old song that has no meaning to rape and roofies takes it that way. But anyway, the ban got overturned.
I think we should play it on DV radio for 24 hours straight on Christmas Day.
I've actually thought about that, actually. So WDEF.com put out December 11th. This is a place in San Fran. After polling thousands of Bay Area radio listeners, San Francisco's KOIT radio station announced it was returning the controversial Baby It's Cold Outside holiday song to its playlist. The statement made was after hearing from thousands of Bay Area listeners via polling, phone calls, emails, and social media, KOIT has conducted that the vast majority consider this song to be a valuable part of their holiday tradition, and they still want to hear it on the radio. I don't know how to say this guy's name, and I'm not going to fuck it up, so I won't even try. It says its listeners have spoken, and the overwhelming message is they do want to hear Baby It's Cold Outside on our station, as they have throughout the years. More than 7 out of every 10 listeners who responded said although some lyrics of the song may reflect a different era and different sensibility than today, still, they love the tradition and history of the song and want to hear it as part of their holiday season.
They do not want to listen to a super vaginistic radio station.
Right. I mean, it's like the Trump controversy. I love Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon is one late night host that I love to watch. What I hate is the fact that NBC is now pushing him to do more Trump shit. And it's showing in his ratings that nobody gives a fuck about it and they don't want to hear it.
Well, that was what was great about Johnny Carson. Like, he would hit politics, but he didn't take a political stance.
Right.
And when you're watching comedy, I mean, you immediately alienate at a minimum half of your viewing audience when you start to choose a political side.
Right.
I mean, he would go on there and he'd bash Reagan, and then the next week have Reagan sitting there as one of his guests.
Yeah, exactly.
And they would talk about it, and you can't do that nowadays, I guess. Apparently, you got to bash the one side extremely hard and totally look the other way when the other side does something different. The divide is greater now than I think it's ever been.
Right, and I pay attention to Nielsen ratings, and if you don't know what Nielsen ratings are, that's TV show ratings. It goes from your normal episodic to your talk shows, your news, all that. And I'll watch it really closely. And the first 2 weeks that they started pushing Jimmy Fallon to do this, his ratings dropped by like 3 points. And that's a good 2.5 million viewers. That doesn't seem like a lot. But when you're in the top 3 of highest viewership for late night between 11:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning, you are the most popular. Like, literally. When you're in the top 3, you're the most popular. When it gets out of that, you're okay. And we're talking Jimmy Kimmel, Colbert, bullshit like that. Jimmy Fallon dropped like 3 points in the first 2 weeks because they made him do this Trump shit. And people don't give a fuck. YouTube ratings and views have went down. I mean, it's that bad. Nobody gives a fuck.
I'm not sure how much they made him do it. I think a good bit of it was on his own.
I don't know. Up until that 2 weeks, he would do jokes, he would crack jokes, and it was all around the political realm. But it wasn't, hey, Trump done this, Trump done that. And I love his parodies, whether it's against Trump or not. His parodies are funny. But these Trumps lately, it's more what you would hear other NBC shows talk about. And it sounds like it came from the producers, honestly. That's what makes me push to the fact that it's probably them more so than it is Jimmy. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but that's what makes me believe it is. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I can sit there and watch Johnny Carson reruns all day long, but some of these newer guys, I've definitely not turned on in a long time just because of that reason alone.
Letterman was the last.
Yep.
I didn't even like Jay Leno.
Yeah, Jay Leno was okay, but I didn't care for him.
He should have stuck to Mac Tonight commercials.
Right. Hey, what's going on over here, guys?
He does have a hell of a collection of vehicles, though.
Oh my god. He has 2 fucking garages, and that's not all of his fucking cars. Like, what the fuck do you do with them all? Sure as fuck don't drive them all. I know he don't. He can't sit there and say he does. I drive them on TV. Yeah. I drive them for the viewership. Yeah. Anyway. Oh man, I don't know where the show's going. Honestly, I felt like shit putting the show together, guys. I honestly fucking did. I took a nap until like 3:30, and I sat here and I went through every song that I had. And I was like, "Fuck it, we'll just put this one in." Oh, there's another one.
I tried desperately to take a nap. It just was not working.
I felt so horrible that I did, man. I fucking passed.
Well, I definitely could take one now.
I'll bet you. Yeah, not wake up until 8 o'clock in the morning and then message me, dude, I'm sorry I knocked out last night.
I did do that the other week, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is like a 7-minute break. I'm gonna lay down.
Yeah.
For just a second. Wake up in the morning, daylight. I'm like, holy shit.
No joke. It's a minute into the first song, right? Recoil messaged me, I'm going to lay down. I'll be back by the end of the break or shortly after. I said, okay. I never hear from him. Never gets back on. I message him, are you okay? Text him, are you okay? The next day, brother, I have no clue what happened. I woke up and it was daylight.
Just wake up in the morning saying, if you haven't already, head on over to DVBarracks.com.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
I'll tell you, this getting old shit kind of sucks. I'm like a whole whopping 45.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't think tonight's show would have been fun with Six because he was pushing ass when I talked to him last. I'm surprised he didn't run off the side of the road while he was sending us videos in radio chat. He was sending like 7-9 second fucking videos of him acting stupid, listening to Christmas songs. I was like, oh my god. I actually messaged in radio chat, I'm waiting for you to drive off the shoulder of the road. And then he never messaged us back again.
He was pulling a bow.
Right?
God,
yeah,
without notice.
I think people legitimately thought something was wrong, and I'm like, no, it's not. And I wanted to just not do anything the rest of the week on the pages at all. And I wanted to work on the radio. I got to get ready for next year. I got some shows I've got to edit and put together, i.e. contraband and stuff like that. And people don't realize it takes hours to do a lot of this stuff. And instead of, being on social media all fucking day and week, I was like, put this video up and I'll be quote unquote unheard of until Saturday. People will get the joke, Nope. People are worried shitless that Bo is dead. I'm like, well, there is that sarcasm. I guess I can't pull a Simon Pegg again. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. So, yes, he is. I was actually getting ready to bring that up. We haven't talked about it in a while because, I don't like to run things into the ground, but sometimes I do. Anyway.
Never.
Anyway, we do have a sponsor. It is Nightcap Productions. Who the fuck is Nightcap Productions? That's Mr. Billy. He's a Navy vet. He's fucking awesome. He has 2 apps. What the Forecast and Backseat Navigator. You can get them both on your Android and iOS devices. And it helps support us as well. Go grab them. What the Forecast puts a little adult twist on your everyday, forecast. Check it. It tells you, hey, it's cold as tits outside, but at least the clouds aren't falling. And Backseat Navigator, you make a right turn and you're supposed to make a left turn. You're a dumb fuck, and it'll tell you. It will tell you that. I'm not joking.
It will call you a delicious snack.
Yeah. Or that she needs to go shit, pull over at the next rest area. Like, seriously. So go get that. That's What the Forecast and Backseat Navigator on your Android and iOS devices. That's Nightcap Productions. And thank you, Mr. Billy. You can also follow them on Facebook as well as Twitter. He likes to put up pictures of his cats that him and his, I believe, better half girlfriend, fiance, wife, I'm not for sure, adopts. And they are some cute cats, even though I don't care for cats. But, yeah, do that. If you'd rather read a book, go get Meet the WTFs. They're on Amazon. You can go over there and get it. A portion of every purchase of the books goes to DV Farm. And guess what? They're veterans. So you're helping 2 veteran-owned businesses and some veterans at the same time. So that's Meet the WTFs. It's over on Amazon. I believe they have a new book out as well. You can also check them out on their website. I gotta make sure I say this right. I'm looking at it, but I don't want to fuck it up. TheWTFs.com. So it's TheWTFs.com. So go check them out and grab that book if you want. It's some really fucked up humor, but it's funny. It's good. It's fun. What else am I forgetting? Oh, if you want to donate instead of do all that fun stuff, go to dvradio.net, scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll see a big orange box that tells you step 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can donate $5, $25, $50, or if you want to donate more or less, just email me and I'll set you up with a way to do that. It helps us keep shit running here at DV Radio. You know, like making sure that Recoil isn't asleep in his bed right now. Oh, no, it actually helps us pay the music license, the players, the website to run. Helps us buy software, equipment, and stuff. And hopefully, one of these lifetimes, we can buy some merchandise for you fucksicles. I haven't said that word in a long ass time, fucksicles. So, can somebody talk for a second? Please, don't everybody talk at once. Wait. I'll fill the air.
Some kind of really strange sound going on outside my house. I feel like I'm about to be abducted by aliens.
Pretty quiet up here. There's not a lot going on up here. Nope. Well, kind of like the radio right now.
If I didn't live in the woods, I would think it was a harvester running. I don't know what the hell it is.
I'm trying to find all your shit, dog. Like, come on. And that's PTSDog I'm yelling at. He's yelling at me in the fucking chat room. Like I'm forgetting people. I'm sitting here trying to go through all of my shit and talking to SRP because he's trying to figure out how to get into our meeting so he can talk to you lovely assholes.
How could we ever forget the PTSDog?
I didn't forget about him. I was trying to find all of his shit because he changes every fucking day. Hey, Bo, I got this new idea. Hey, Bo, I just done this thing. Hey, Bo, I think I've got a show. Hey, Bo, fucking internet's fucked up. Hey, Bo, I'll get you that show Tuesday. Hey, Bo.
I got this new thing. We're going to do PTS Cat now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. Holy shit. I've got to find it.
No fucking cats.
No fucking cats.
PTS Grizzlies.
What about Grizzlies?
PTS Grizzlies. You go into Walmart and it's like, ain't nobody gonna fucking bother you.
PTSDog, better known as Joaquin Watai, has a book that he authored called PTSDog, Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder and the Service Dog. It's a book about service dogs, disabled veterans, PTSD, and the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, if you want to purchase this book, you can go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and or Book Locker. And I have to tell you, these reviews are fucking amazing that I've seen about it. The book looks amazing. He's actually working on a lot of other projects, but this book has been held as a handbook for service animals. He didn't mean it to be like that, but it's actually a compliment as to what he's written, what he's done. He's done a lot of research. He's done a lot of traveling time. What was it, 2 years, PTSDog? I'm waiting on him in chat if you guys didn't know. Yes, about 2 years. Yeah, and he's spending a lot of time, money, and energy putting this book together, talking to a lot of people, getting other aspects, points of views, perspectives, and all of that good stuff. So you can go to Book Locker, Barnes & Noble, or Amazon, order your copy today, or you can go to ptsdog.co and see more about that. You can also order the book through there. It takes you to either of those links. Also follow him on Facebook, PTSDog. That's it. Yeah, he puts out a lot of stories as well, opinions, pieces.
Did you just say PTSDog puts out?
I did. I did. He does that. He also writes stuff pertaining to things that's going on in the news with Americans with Disabilities Act, veterans having to deal with the ADA in certain VAs and stuff like that. It's really interesting. It hits, home for a lot of people. Also, the roundtable discussions that we've done with PTSDog and the other three guys, I cannot think of their names because I feel stupid right now. I will get that podcast up as soon as possible. The podcast will be up before the video because the video takes me a long time to fucking edit and splice together because I have to do the audio, then I have to put the audio and match it with the fucking video, and then I have to put it all together, and then I got to give you all these really fucking graphics because you guys will fucking shit bricks if I don't, so.
Speaking of the roundtables, like that's something we really want to do. Just life gets so fucking busy. But like, if any of the listeners have an idea for a roundtable discussion with some of the hosts from this show as well as others, and also other veterans, or you even want to have a roundtable with us, get a hold of Bo at whatever Bo tells you to get a hold of him at, and we'll see what we can do to get something set up.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad Recoil brought that up. We took the idea, me and Recoil, what was it, a year ago now?
Yeah. And we still haven't really accomplished anything because we're so fucking busy. But
right. So the idea behind it is to take a topic that we talk about during the show, or that's really big in the veteran community at the current moment, or that's just been trending for a while, and we spend an hour, 2 hours on it, and we talk about it between ourselves, fellow veterans, and you, the listeners, and it's live. We're trying to get it to where we can have it as a video feed for you guys. That's why right now the video is just going up on YouTube after the podcast. But please, like Recoil said, if you have an idea, if you hear us talk about something, see something in the news, let me know. info@dbradio.net. Just title the subject Roundtable Discussions and put as much information as you can in there. If you want to be a part of it, let us know. We'd be more than happy to get you in there. If you know,
it could be current situations or struggles that veterans face in the community. Can also be like something that you want to bring awareness to, or even another organization that you want to bring awareness to.
Yes.
That's one thing that DV has always prided ourselves in is being wide open to helping and assisting other organizations that we believe in to become known.
Yes, and like Recoil said, we've been working on this idea and trying to mold it to what we want it to be for the better part of a year. And PTSDog wanted to do a special service dog show, and I was like, hey, this is a great opportunity for us to do the roundtable discussions. He was for it. He was the first one and the first guinea pig to do it, and it worked out great. He loved how it flowed. Everybody that listened to it, the people that were in it, they loved how we done things. We had 5 or 6 main questions during the main part of the show, and then we had an after show that lasted for about 15 minutes to a half hour, and that's going to be up on YouTube as well. But that's how that idea is supposed to go.
And I'm seeing responses in the chat already with ideas and volunteers, and by all means, please do so and get a hold of Bo, and we'll get something set up.
Yes, most definitely. Like Recoil said, it's not something that we can do all the time, but once a month. I heard somebody say, "Ow, did you touch them wrong?" Something we can do once a month.
No, that's my son in the background playing Call of Duty.
Oh, now I feel like a fucking pedophile. Anyway, once a month.
Well, he might have been doing something. I don't know.
It's something that we are going to try to do once a month or something like that. But like I said, it's still a work in progress, and it mainly comes from you all. Honestly. Not even going to lie. So that's that.
Snoogie has a face for radio.
Yeah,
me too, brother.
I'm trying to get SRP in here, just so you guys know.
We all have a face for radio, I think.
Right.
Well, this new platform is like not as user friendly, but it seems to be more consistent.
It is and it isn't. The quality isn't that great, but
it's more predictable overall, I think.
Yeah, and it's way lighter than Skype was. Yes, we have to pay for this. It fucking sucks, but I think overall, for what we use it for right now, it's great. I'm not going to complain yet. I hope SRP's there. It says he's muted. He just said, "Sup, fuckers." I think the community wants to hear from you. Oh, he's going to go through real quick, so that means he's going to, get his dinghy prepared and all that. So he'll be back with us shortly, hopefully.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
That's what I think about when I think of SRP.
I find that introduction offensive.
What, the days of our lives?
Could be like the Young and Restless that have the same, cast and shit when I was a kid.
Right, the Young and the Restless.
You know what?
They're all fossilized and
I know you guys are probably...
I just remember I had to wait for frickin' General Hospital to be over because Batman came on right after that.
There was a show that you guys will probably make fun of me about, but Another World was actually a good show to watch. Do you guys remember that?
Must have been on Another World.
Right. In another dimension. Oh,
did it star Bo and Luke Duke? No. Wrong show.
No. Did that have Luke Bryan in it?
Wait.
Shit. We've gone from rhinestone cowboy to make-believe hillbilly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that Spooky Cat said? Last podcast I did was live. My cat wigged out cause I calls agitated. What? Cause I calls what?
It's like cause agitated.
Cause I calls agitated, man. Agitated that bitch. She told me to shut up.
I love you.
Next week, Bo gets slaughtered at the round table by Spooky Cat.
Probably. Probably. Wouldn't doubt it.
Be hog-tied in the middle of the table with an apple in your mouth.
So sometimes we'll have an email exchange and we'll just be doing pop shots at one another, and finally I'm just like, fuck it, she can win. I was like, I can't.
We have the best listeners on the planet on this show. We really do. You guys are fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. Some of the emails I've gotten from people and tweets, I'm just like, I can't believe these are our listeners. What? Oh my god. I seen a picture earlier, and it had Donald Trump as Bob Ross painting the board. You saw that, painting the border wall. So I was like, I'll caption it. And if you imagine Donald Trump speaking like Bob Ross, it says, "Let's brush over these illegal immigrants. Now that's a happy wall." I was like, I showed it to my mom. I thought she was going to piss herself. I couldn't help myself. Now that's a happy little wall. Oh shit, dude, this fucking head cold is killing me. I'm trying not
we
to
got to
cough.
move one to the north, protect ourselves from the Great Kentuckian invasion.
Oh my god. I read something the other day. It was from one of those journalists that makes blogs. You know, because they went to journalism school and all. Anyway, they were talking about how Canada has more illegal immigrants to the U.S. than Mexico, and I was like, how's that even possible? I was like, they're trying to get away from us. They're trying to fucking blow up Canada's fucking border from America. They're trying to make that bitch go further north. Oh, shit. Oh, speaking of Canada, you know Kinder Eggs were illegal in America since 1930s because of that stupid-ass law. Well, now America is getting the Kinder Eggs. They're these little chocolate eggs with toys on the inside. They're hollow chocolate eggs. On the inside, they've got toys in them. Well, since the
sounds kind of dangerous.
Well, that's why they've been banned since the 1930s. It's a choking hazard for kids. So since the 1930s,
Germany, though, damn it.
It's like put a razor blade in Apple for when they're old enough to shave. You know?
Well, they actually, I want to say 70s, 80s, they had a big-ass smuggling of Kinder Eggs from Canada to America, and it was like 200 grand's worth. That's probably like $1 million now. Like, holy shit. Oh, me. Again, I want to update everybody, if you're just now tuning in to Pillow Talk's Barracks Talk. DB6 DB6 did go up to Boston, as he calls it once in a while, to give out Boston.
That's Boston to you, boy.
When he put in chat this morning that he was going up to Boston, I sent that song by Dropkick Murphys, I'm shipping up to Boston. Nobody fucking said anything. They just like, okay, who cares? I was like, really? The one opportunity I have, everybody fucks it up. Come on. Anyway.
Now, if I said I was going to Brooklyn and you put in the Beastie Boys, I'd be like, fuck yeah, dog.
Right. But he went up to Boston today to give out some of those homeless bags that you guys helped us raise funds for, as well as talk to some of the homeless veterans up there. And they did videotape that, or film it, or whatever the fuck you guys call video in nowadays. I don't know what you call it. If I call it videotape and you're like, we don't use tape, we use our iPhones. But it's going to be out for you guys hopefully in the next week or two, so you can guys see what they have to say, how bad it is up there, what struggles they go through and stuff like that. And we just cannot thank you guys enough for, you know, the support and the donations to help get those homeless bags out for this winter. DV6 wanted me to tell you how grateful he is for each and every one of you that listen and help on the page and share and donate and anything that you guys do that you've helped us with, from the farm to the store to the radio to things like the winter homeless bags to the Christmas wish list for the vets at the farm. Anything you guys have ever helped us with and you continue to help us with, he is beyond grateful. Like, I can't put it in his words because he's got TBI and he'd probably fucking glitch out on us right now. So he'd probably sit there right now and go, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. But he was real adamant about thanking everybody. Like, he made that clear. You can ask Recoil in chat. He was like, be sure you let everybody know that I want to thank them for the fundraisers, the birthday fundraisers, the donations, the shares, the support, everything. So from DV6 to all of you that's listening right now, thank you so fucking much. Thank you isn't enough, but if you want to see more of that, go to dvfarm.org. I'm going to be putting some more shit up there, hopefully soon, whenever Six gets it over to me. Pictures, video, whatever he has for me. And the news section, there's 2016, 17, and 18 there. So you've got all three of those years there. Just scroll down. click on the gear that you want to look at, and you can find more about what has been in the news about us and stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you have a list of items that are in the bags?
I do not personally. I know that Six said the last time it was stuff like socks and bathroom peripherals and stuff like that. If they were giving it to a female, they would obviously have female necessities as well. I don't know if they done the non-perishable items, i.e., canned foods, dry foods, or anything like that. I know that was one of the thought processes, but I don't know how far that went. I know that the bag was sort of like a carry bag that they could use as well. I think they put some blankets in a few of them, maybe some hand warmers, stuff like that.
According to Smoothie Cat, they said there was a list that was actually on the order page of what the contents were of these bags. So
yeah, I do know that it changed after we got the money raised for it, because they had to, fit within that budget, obviously. And I do know that it's all quality items, though. So they got the best of the best. We didn't skimp on that. So that's one good thing to know. Everybody keeps asking if we could do it in Atlanta or San Francisco, Washington, and this, that, and the other. You're talking about DV6 traveling all across the fucking country to give out homeless winter bags. All right? Put some fucking thought behind that. It's not happening. He wouldn't get 2 feet away from New Hampshire before he fucking broke something, okay? But
although if we want to make those kind of changes, volunteering would be a good way to do that. People can volunteer for certain regions. I know Six isn't opposed to growing the idea.
Exactly. Where I was getting ready to say, if you guys want to do something for the homeless in your area, the charities or anything like that, and you're not sure what you can do, big thing is volunteering. That's one huge thing that all these places need. Number 2, ask these homeless shelters, ask these groups and organizations around your area. Look, what do the homeless need? Go ask a homeless person. Look, what do you need? Most of them are probably going to say money, but say, if you had a bag of items right now, what would you expect it to be in there? Because every region and every city is different. If you're living in a homeless shelter or couch surfing, or homeless comes in many different forms, just like richness and poorness and stuff like that. So get to know your area, get to know your quote-unquote homeless, and go from there. That's the best advice I can give to you. And I think Google and DB6 would agree with me there. What do you think, Recoil?
Yeah. And one thing is like socks, hats, gloves, anything to help somebody that is living on the street stay warm. Yep. You want to help somebody out, hand them a freaking cheeseburger and a pair of gloves.
Yeah. Yep. And we're not saying go out there and make a fucking video and put it all over Facebook either. Because I know a lot of people... Yeah. We're not asking you to do that. If you feel obligated, please do that. But we're not asking for recognition. We're just wanting you guys that have asked us, because you guys have asked us all year round, and you've emailed me, you've emailed the farm. Hey, look, what can I do to help, my homeless? That's what you can do. Exactly what we just said. Do that. That's the best start. People ask about guests all the time. I'm trying to get Mr. Billy King on here from Nightcap Productions, our sponsor, to come on, but he's actually nervous. He's nervous to come on our show, Recoil. Can you believe that?
I don't blame him.
So me and him, we don't talk a lot. We talk via tweets, messages, and email most of the time. But when we talk, it's on the phone. And we talk for an hour or 2 at a time. So the last time we spoke, I asked him about coming on the show. He's like, yeah, I'd love that. But I'm really nervous. I don't know about it. And I was like, why? He's like, I've only done one interview in my entire life. I said, I never would have known that. Like, I was like, you've gotten to...
And the funny thing is I asked him, when I was talking about how do you change the settings in your iPhone so I could record some of the backseat navigators so I could, provide a couple of samples. And, he's obviously real responsive to emails and everything else. And that's one of the things he coincided to me was like, oh man, I'm nervous. I definitely need to get in contact with Bo and set up an interview. I'm like, man, just be yourself.
Right.
By all means. Be yourself and just talk.
He's probably listened to the show enough times that he never knows. You never know which way that worm's going to turn.
Yeah.
Well, this is true.
Well, he got that the Webby Award. Don't quote me on that. He got some kind of award this past year for What the Forecast for the app. And I was like, dude, you've been up in front of, thousands of people receiving an award. Like, you're going to be on radio. Just act like you're talking to us. Don't pay attention to chat. He's like, dude, but still, you guys. And I was like, dude, we're nobodies. I was like, at the end of the day, this is our hobby that we do with our friends. That's it. Because our listeners are our friends. You're our family. And that's all it is. And he's like, yeah, but man. He's like, I don't know. I was like, you're coming on. I was like, I will drag your ass on. And it's funny, too, because he had listened to our podcast before. He hasn't actually been able to listen to a live show. And he listened to our podcast, and I asked him about that. He's like, yeah, where do you want me to come to? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, where's your studio at? I said, dude, we don't have a studio. Far fucking from it. I said, I sit on my couch on a laptop. Recoil's in Pennsylvania. 6 and Google's in New Hampshire. He's like, what? I was like, yeah. He's like, how do you do that? And at the time, it was Skype. I was like, just Skype. And he's like, what? Because he lives in Connecticut. So he's like, he was like, I'll get a plane there and I'll go. And I was like, yeah, no. I was like, you're more than happy. We're more than happy for you to come visit us and stuff like that. But I was like, yeah, we don't have a studio. It's just us.
Yep. That's what I tried to tell him. I was like, I'm just a fan of the show, and I contribute a very little every month to help these guys keep it going. And it was just be yourself, man.
Yeah. The first time Oink got on here, he was so nervous. I think he said like 2 words the entire show.
You can't suck any worse than we do.
Right?
No. The show that never ends. I'm dreading reviewing that one again.
Wait, what? There's a show called that?
Oh, this show sucked. You've been forewarned. Look up on the podcast. You'll find it.
That one. That show did suck. That show did suck because it was one of those nights where me and Recoil were just like, fuck it. We're just going to talk. And if we talk, we talk. If it's dead air, it's dead air. I had a lot of dead air to cut out, and I got so tired of cutting out dead air that I left the dead air in there. Not even going to lie. But if we hadn't had a show, people would have gotten mad. So I don't win either way. If I have a show that sucks, people get mad. If I don't have a show, people get mad. What's the fucking deal?
This particular episode is like watching paint dry.
That show was. You would have thought we were watching paint dry. No shit.
Oh shit.
There's times where and it's not just me; it's all of us. I mean, it's just by the time we get on the show, we're exhausted.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get through
it. Just think if we still came on at 11 o'clock at night.
Well, we do it because we love it. We do it because we love you guys, and I believe that the show helps a lot of people, and it helps us too. Actually, yeah, it's always a two-way street when it comes to reaching out and doing things to support other veterans. It helps us just as much as it helps you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have our own struggles.
Yeah, but brings that loss of when you separate or you retire, like myself, from the military and you go back to the civilian sector of life, of reconnecting with those that share some of the same stories you do. It's that cohesiveness. That like I said, the radio here kind of might reach somebody at one night that is thinking about becoming a member of the 22, and by all means, he contacts one of the pages and gets the help that he or she so rightly needs. So by all means, that's one of the reasons why I contribute and want to see this succeed.
Yeah.
That the isolation alone is a struggle for a lot of veterans. I mean, there's some areas like where I live is actually pretty veteran rich, and Texas. There's just veterans everywhere in Texas, but not everybody has that luxury. They might not even have another veteran in their town.
Yep.
So they don't feel like they have somebody to talk to. And that's what our page and Battle and Distress and there's countless other groups and pages out there. Some might be for you, some might not be for you. But definitely reach out and definitely look around and see what's out there, because there's a lot of options.
Yeah, people have brought groups and organizations to us that we never even heard of that are actually pretty big, and I'm like, I've never heard of these people. They sound pretty cool, you know. And we've had them on the show. I want to name them all, but I can't. I don't even want to name one because I don't want to leave anybody out. But those of our hardcore listeners that have heard the shows, that know those organizations, and we brought them on, or we spoke about them, or we brought them up, you know, they are some fucking awesome motherfuckers at the end of the day. And it's just like, why aren't you bigger? I don't understand. I don't get it, you know, like, and yeah, I better not get on my soapbox. I'll stop there. Speaking of,
when you think about it, you know, the radio reaching all the way from, you know, there in New Hampshire or North Carolina, all the way up here to Alaska, you know, and, you know, your military brother and sisters that serve with you, you know, if you stay in contact with them through Facebook or whatever, mention the show, and if they join or if they listen to any of the podcasts, you know, like I said, the show reaches, you know, quite a few, I think, that, you know, as long as they get the word out, spread that word, you know, we can definitely, you know, Objective Zero, like PTSDog said there in chat, you know, reduce that number down.
Yeah, Objective Zero. I was getting ready to say Joaquin brought up Objective Zero. I'm working with them really closely. I gotta email them back because of the whole fucking month hiatus that I took. I haven't emailed them back yet. Anyway, they're fucking wonderful. Their app has actually changed from when they released it to the point that I wouldn't even recognize it if I could get it on my tablet, which doesn't fucking take it, and I want to cry. But I want you guys to go check it out. You don't have to use it. You can just download it and look at it and see what you like and what you don't like. Let me know. Let Objective Zero know. You can actually use it. You can. I don't even know if you can be an ambassador anymore because they had quite a few the last time I spoke to Chris. But you can try. But it is an awesome platform. You've always got somebody to talk to. You've always got someone you can reach out to. It's nothing that you've ever seen. It's something that is needed, especially in today's technology fucking world. It's right there at your fingertips. You don't have to wait. I don't know what the response time is on it as of this recording, but as soon as I find out, I'll let you guys know. But you can just talk, you can shoot the shit, or if you need a shoulder to lean on or just need to vent, there's someone there. I mean, it's great. It's catered to MST, PTSD, depression, you know, mental illness, males, females, you name it. It's catered to you. Officers, enlisted, it doesn't fucking matter. Whether you served in theater or you just stayed home, we all have problems. We all have struggles. That's not what makes you, quote unquote, fucked in the head. But it's there. It's there as a fucking outlet. So go check out Objective Zero on your iOS and Android devices. Anyway, let's get away from the depressing stuff. Anyway.
My son's done yelling in the background.
What was that?
He kicked his ass. He left.
Oh, I remember one time when I was a kid and I broke a controller and my mom was like, I'm not buying you another one if you break it. Guess what? I became an electronic fucking electrician over fucking night. Like, I figured out how to put a fucking controller back together and make it work.
That's right.
Started building controllers out of toothpicks and bed springs.
Yeah, I broke that bitch. Like, I was so pissed at the game, and she was like, if you break that damn controller, I'm not buying you another one. And I only had one. And I got pissed enough, I broke it. And I started crying. I told you. And sure enough, she didn't buy me one. So guess what Bo had to do? Bo had to put that bitch back together and figure out how the fuck these wires work.
I'm a soldering expert.
You know what's funny? I didn't even solder nothing. I'll never forget, the circuit boards back then weren't as, you know, fucking, I don't know, as complicated today. But when I put that thing together, I kind of like jerry-rigged it. And I think I made a hole up under one of the connectors and raised up the solder that was there just enough to where that wire would catch and shoved that bitch in there. Well, I remember doing that with one of the wires, and it worked. Never had a problem out of it. This is before wireless was a thing, you guys.
So old, I actually had Pong.
Believe it or not, I had a fucking Atari. I had an Atari. I'll never forget it. Loved my Atari. I had the little, you remember the adapter for games where it said Channel 3 on one thing and then you flip it down and it said AV out? That's what I had. I had that fucking adapter. And it had the two, like, prongs on the ends of the flat black wire that screwed into the fucking TV. That's how old that bitch is. Like, I probably
my TV was as deep as it was wide.
When your remote for your TV was your kids.
I remember Lewis Black had a stand up one time and he's talking about TVs back in the day. He's like, we had an atomic fucking bomb in our fucking living room with 10 inches of fucking glass in between us and it. And you, at 2 years old, had to get up and change that fucking channel. Who cares about the radiation? Go fucking put it on the news, bitch.
When you literally have 4 channels.
Yep, if you were lucky.
And
you had to watch porn on the scramble channel just to see, if you could catch a glimpse of the titty. Oh yeah, remember those days.
Oh my god, rabbit ears and aluminum foil.
That's right.
For I think it was like 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. You guys remember the 6-inch television sets that went in like camper vans and stuff? Do you guys remember those at all?
Mm-hmm.
We had one of those in our house. That's it. We didn't have a 12-inch or, a 27-inch. We had a 6-inch camper television that we watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on. I'll never fucking forget it. Like, that was the only fucking TV we had for like a year and a half, 2 years. People don't believe me, and I'm like, it was a little black TV. It had a little antenna on it, and you scroll through the channels on the side like a fucking radio. Oh, never forget that. Oh, man.
Ice grips were your best friend if the knob ever broke.
Fucking hell. And then you had the tint and brightness. You remember that? The tint and brightness on the bottom of the fucking screen? And
turn the whole thing green.
Yeah. And then you'd be like, fuck. And I think they came out with that one, I want to say it was RCA, or might have been Magnavox, but you had the channel dial, and then around that you had another dial, and it would make the fucking screen loop. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
The looping of the screen, yeah. Like if a channel wasn't in focus, you would barely touch it, so you wouldn't go too far, so it would set.
Scroll.
We actually,
damn it, man.
I think we had a 27-inch TV when we moved where we are now, 27 or 28, and it was one of the higher end models, even though we got it at a Goodwill. It had buttons. It didn't have dials, it had buttons. The lightning ran in on the antenna that we had outside one night from a big-ass thunderstorm, so it blew out the microwave, and it fucked up our TV. When I say it fucked up our TV, you know the lines that go across on the bottom of the screen for, like, school closings and shit like that? All we seen was the top of the letters, and we seen, like, 58 ghosts of one person in the screen in one scene. Like, it was bad. We watched Jag every night on Fox 8, which was horrible fucking signal, as was. But after that lightning ran in, you didn't see the normal scene. You seen a scene of a scene of a scene of a scene. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Anyway, we do need to go to break. It's not that long of a break. It's an 8.5 minute break. Google wanted me to do news, but I'm not doing her intro because it's not my news. So we'll do the news after we get back. Right after this, you're tuned into WDVR Barracks Talk on dbradio.net.
The holiday season isn't always about physical gifts. Sometimes it is more than that. So during this holiday season, give to dvfarm.org. The DV Farm in Gilsum, New Hampshire is dedicated to helping addicted and homeless veterans get their lives back on track. Help them and let them know that they have a purpose and they are not alone. They watched your 6 when they volunteered. Now you can watch their 6. Give to dvfarm.org today.
Yes. My name is Carl. Yeah. And I'd like to say that DV Radio is the #1 most hated radio station online. Yeah. Because my mama says so.
Let's get it on.
We got some bread made for you! The music.
Let's go! You're listening to WTVR on dvradio.net. By veterans, for veterans.
Simply made for you.
Simply made for you. We are back to Barracks right here on WDVRDVRadio.net. And if you didn't know, we do have a podcast. You can find it on Podbean, Stitcher, Google Play, and places that I've never fucking heard of. And we're still trying to get on Spotify. Still got to take care of that music thing that I have to deal with because we don't have a lot of money to own it. Anyway, we're back. I'm Butterwood. We got Oink and Recoil here with us. Hopefully we can get SRP in here before I die. Not sure if we can or not. But anyway.
Probably right after.
Probably.
I'll get in there, all right.
Oh,
holy shit.
There he be. There he be. Well, SRP is in here with us, and I think he's going to join us for the news. So, without further ado, the first headline, Germany, AFD's white men advent calendar sparks controversy and ridicule. Well, the AFD of the Berlin Parliament drew criticism for a new Christmas campaign honoring notable white men every day in the month of December and the tradition of the Advent calendar. The far-right populists announced their controversial move with a message on Twitter using the hashtag #YesToWhiteMen. Quote, at the most beautiful time of the year, every day we introduce you to a person who has significantly influenced our Western civilization. White men, in quotations, have become an insult to some in recent years. Not us. It, as in the calendar, features famous German men such as playwright and poet Bertolt Brecht and Martin Luther, a key figure in the Protestant Reformation. But it also featured international figures such as a U.S. President Ronald Reagan and the late Pope John Paul II. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, and then some. There's obviously there's a lot of talk from the different months of Black History Month, the Hispanic month, and this month or that month, and there's going to be opinions on every side of it, but I really don't know what to think about this, to be honest with you. Especially since it's during Christmas, but I mean they are paying tribute to at least some notable men and not just some made up individuals that didn't contribute any way or form.
Yeah, people have been taking to Twitter about this, and they're bringing up things like Ku Klux Klan, Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein, and Harry Potter villain Voldemort even. One tweet from a parody account says, Harvey Weinstein. Without him, the hashtag #MeToo movement would never have taken off. People have taken it and turned it into something that it's not. It's just to show that this fucking world takes everything and turns it into something that it shouldn't be. I don't see anything wrong with it except for the yes to white men part. I see what their agenda is, because they're stereotyping just like everybody fucking does. But at the same time, I think they could have went around the campaign in a different manner. We are speaking of Germans. As we talked, me, Recoil, and Oink at the beginning of the pre-show were actually talking about it's a hateful fucking language. I don't care if they say something romantic. It sounds like they want to fucking murder you and eat you for breakfast. But I see where they're going with it. I understand their target audience. I get why they done it. I think they should have put more insight on it, planned it out better, and used a different campaign slogan. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It also says that Twitter pointed to the irony that on day 7, the featured white man was the late Apple Grande Steve Jobs, whose biological father was a Syrian immigrant to the U.S. The AFD has become increasingly focused on an anti-immigration message and negative reaction to the refugees, many of them Syrian, who arrived in Germany in 2015. I think the whole, refugee thing is fucking blown up, just like everything else. Like I said, there's people saying, I'm a refugee, and they're not. I mean, they're clearly fucking not. You've got a cell phone, and you paid the bill over 2 months span, yet you, instead of going to Texas, you went all the way to fucking California. You made an extra fucking trip for what? But anyway, I'm not...
I get their point, but I don't think that makes it any less stupid.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's what I was saying.
I'm not a fan of, even... Honestly, I don't even like the fact that we have, Black History Month. It should just be history.
Yeah.
There were a lot of great men and women throughout history of all races. So, to single out any one race, no matter what that race is, I think it's just fucking ridiculous. I think we should celebrate history on a daily basis.
Oh, most definitely. Exactly. And that's where I tried to get at. I don't think that came across. But yes, that's exactly what I was saying. That was from MSN.com because, they take over my Internet Explorer when I bring it up. Anyway, going on to the next one. This one I found fucking hilarious. It's also from MSN.com. Elderly couple arrested for cocaine possession on cruise ship. I'll read that again. Elderly couple arrested for cocaine possession on cruise ship.
See, if their hearts were strong enough, they could have just ate that shit quick.
Right?
I doubt this amount.
Yeah. This right here. So a British couple in their 70s were arrested after authorities discovered approximately 10 kilograms. Just to put that in perspective, that's 22 fucking pounds of cocaine.
They definitely should have ate that shit.
Only 11 pounds each. They can do it.
Right? The two...
yeah, that just sounds like a good night at the Pink Pony.
So the two passengers aged 72 and 70 were detained on suspicion of trafficking narcotics when the ship docked in Lisbon, Portugal on December 4th. In the cabin that was occupied by the suspects, 4 suitcases were found in whose structures was concealed a high amount of product, more specifically cocaine, Portuguese police said. I can't stress this enough, but the couple was traveling aboard the aptly named Marco Polo cruise ship, operated by British Cruise Line Cruise and Maritime Voyages. The ship, carrying 610 passengers and 294 crew members, departed Tilbury in Essex on November 5th, en route to the West Indies and the Azores. I can't say that. After the pair were arrested, the Marco Polo continued to the UK. Azores, there you go. To the UK, arriving on December 8th. Portuguese police officials attended the Marco Polo in Lisbon on December 4th and detained 2 passengers who were traveling on board the Cruise and Maritime Voyages vessels, said a spokesman for the cruise line confirmed in a statement via The Guardian. If you didn't know, a year ago in New Zealand, an incident actually happened around this same time at the John F. Kennedy International Airport when a suitcase was discovered with approximately $1.3 million worth of cocaine. Yeah, that paragraph made no sense. Oh, just last month, that was JFK, and then, okay, now it says respectively. Gotcha. Just last month, John F. Kennedy International Airport discovered a suitcase containing an estimated $1.3 million worth of cocaine. In New Zealand a year ago, 53 pounds of cocaine was found on a cruise ship. Holy fuck. I don't know what it is with you guys and not being able to fucking smuggle your cocaine. Just shove it up your ass like everybody else. Or eat it. Either way. Jesus Christ. Google sent this one, and I've not read it, but I'm going to try my damnedest. California malls tax on text messaging may lead to showdown with federal regulators. Apparently, California regulators plan to tax text in order to fund cell phones for the poor, hit a snag Wednesday after a federal commission, that's the FCC, ruled text messages aren't subject to the utility agency's authority. This sounds like when, was it Chicago that put a tax on PlayStation 4 owners that use Netflix and stuff like that?
It would surprise you, man.
Yeah, I think it was Chicago. I think it was like last month before. They are taxing PlayStation 4 system owners that use Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, anything like that. They're taxing them to use those services if they have a PlayStation 4 console. Go figure. Anyway, back to the news story. The decision by the FCC, which categorized text messages as information services, on par with emails and not telecommunication services, came in an effort to combat robotext and spam messages. The California Public Utilities Commission now faces an uphill battle ahead of a scheduled vote on the measure next month. Those opposed to the planned tax hailed the FCC decision a victory. I think they're out of their goddamn minds. Personally, they want to tax everything. They want to tax. They raised the tax on Cokes and carbonated beverages, and they increase taxes on cigarettes every fucking day, it seems like. I mean, where's it going to stop?
They pretty much, I mean, they're taxing the taxes at this point.
Yeah. On in the article, it says, I'm just going to start right here. They contend the new consumer charges could be more than $44 million a year, and that wireless carriers would be at a disadvantage from messaging services such as WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and Apple's iMessage. So they're wanting to tax you on everything that you send via message, whether it's text message or any other type of fucking message. That's what their fucking plan is.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. And people tell me California isn't that bad. Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. What is something
like recently? The mayor of Chicago wants to impose a 20 to 30%, or percent, not percent, but cent as in change, but 20 to 30 cent per gallon gas increase tax on the gas. I mean, for the entire state, but he's just the mayor of Chicago. He's not the fucking governor. But...
Well, that's like we talked about last week. What do they do with the taxes they get from gas anyway? They certainly aren't putting it in the fucking roads like they supposedly do, or transportation at all, for that matter. I mean, come on. I got a question for SRP Recoil Illinois. If they tax something tomorrow, what's the worst thing in your minds, personally or business-wise, for you guys that could hurt you or that you would just be downright pissed about that they taxed? That's not taxed. Food?
Yeah, food and clothing. In Pennsylvania, there's no tax on food or clothing. It's the only thing in Pennsylvania that's not taxed.
Really? You lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, believe it or not, there's no income tax here in the state of Alaska. So, income tax would be one I think that they're getting ready to go to here shortly, to be honest with you.
Have they said, any specifics about that yet?
Not really. And the reason I think they're debating between income tax and or a sales tax is because obviously sales tax, you have a lot of the not transportation, but folks that come up here from on vacation, during the summer months, and then at the same time, you have a lot of workers that work up there on the slope area, the Prudhoe Bay area, Dead Horse, whatnot. That the oil workers and stuff that make money, but they live in yet Seattle, and they just fly up every other week or 2 weeks whenever they rotate out. So it's kind of a combination between the two of what they want to do, but obviously everybody's budgets, the state just doesn't seem to balance their budget correctly anymore.
Right.
We actually have an occupational privilege tax. So
what?
You have to pay $10 a year for the privilege of having a job.
What?
I shit you not. They call it an occupational privilege tax.
Shit, I wouldn't have a job either.
Like, fuck you, I'll just live poor. I'm not giving you $10.
Well, I mean, it's like they brought up the Affordable Care Act again today, and Texas is shutting it down. They're saying it's unconstitutional for you to be forced to pay for something or be penalized if you don't buy it. And I 100% agree. If you can't have it, you shouldn't be penalized. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't be penalized. And they're talking about, it's going to hurt tens of millions of Americans. No, it's not. It hurt tens of millions of Americans. I can't tell you how badly it hurt some of my friends. They don't have insurance due to that. And there's a lot of people that won't get it because A, they can't afford it, and B, it's cheaper to pay the fucking penalties at the end of the year. They're paying $200 at the end of the year, whereas they'd be paying $300 or $400 per fucking month and not even getting the treatment they need. So you weigh the fucking options. Yeah, I'm going to pay that fucking penalty at the end of the year if I have to. And
it's a lot cheaper in the long run sometimes.
Well, Recoil, you remember, I think it was last year or the earlier part of this year that I had put up that post about the Affordable Care Act and how if I had that, how much I would be paying per year. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So
I don't remember the numbers, but I remember
right.
the post.
So I actually sat here and done the math for everything that I would have to do on a good year. And we're talking just one colonoscopy every 6 months, the normal stuff I would need with my Crohn's and stuff, the medicines and doctor visits and tests. It would cost me over $150,000 if I had Obamacare. Tell me how somebody making less than 20 grand could afford that. Because I'd have to pay for Obamacare, but then I'd also have to pay everything else 9 times out of 10. Because I'd have to pay a part of the medicines, I'd have to pay a part of the test, I'd have to pay a part of everything that I got medically done. Because, contrary to popular motherfucking belief, they don't cover pre-existing conditions. I don't care what the fuck they tell about their media, they don't. They will not cover my Crohn's. They will not. Absolutely will not. Because I went on there, and I tried to sign up for it just for shits and giggles. And guess what? We're sorry we cannot approve you at this time due to your medical history. So, pre-existing conditions are, not a thing with Obamacare. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Didn't you just have something about that in the news recently, too? About the
today
being unconstitutional?
Today, yes. Today. It was on the news this morning. A Texas judge deemed it unconstitutional and doesn't want it in his state.
And he's right.
Yeah, it is. He's completely fucking right. And I 110% don't give a fuck what he's done in the past or what he's doing now. I stand by that man, even though I can't stand. I'll sit beside him. How's that? But yeah, it will not fucking cover me. I was so fucking pissed. So there's that.
I will cover 100% of all your anal probing.
Well, ooh, well, I need to come up and see you. That or you need to make a dinghy trip down here.
I could.
Did you say you could or you couldn't?
I said I could roll my way down there.
Oh. Well, it's a little wintry down here. Is that going to be a problem?
I heard you like snow jobs.
Snowballs are the greatest.
I can't
Look
even...
that term up.
This is the only motherfucker that I can't hold my composure with. Like, every fucking time. It never fails. Oh my god. I'm surprised nobody asked me if I ate any snowballs. I really am.
A snow works really good in a water bong as well.
Oh my god. Oh, I actually seen that meme again the other day about how can my son write his name in the snow if he doesn't learn cursive. Fucking love that.
How dare you?
Right?
How dare you give him a gender? Because he has a penis.
I seen another fucking mom talk about that the other day, and I was just like, I'm done with the internet. fucking done. I don't know if you've seen it, Recoil, in my newsfeed or not. I shared I think it was a blog post. It's actually ran by a transgender person, and they were really concerned about this child's mom who is pushing their son to be a girl, but the mother is saying that the dad is pushing their son to be a dad. But when you read it, it's the mom pushing them to be a girl. And the transgender person is like, you're a fucking idiot. Let them be who the fuck they want to be. And I was like, you know what? We need more people like this in real life.
So are they now going to put an end to like these gender reveal videos and parties and shit?
I actually, speaking of that, I see the post saying, I don't want to come to your fucking gender reveal party if it's just going to be pink or blue powder. I actually want to snort some powder.
What the?
I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh my god.
Are they 70 and 72 years old on the cruise ship by chance?
That's insane. A real conversation now is like, hey, you guys going to have a boy or a girl? Oh, we don't know. It hasn't decided yet.
Could be a Navy guy.
Yes, it could. Yes, it could, SRP.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Where have we went? Where the fuck have we gone?
Are you going to have a seaman or a soldier?
I prefer a little both.
Oh my god. How you doing, SRP?
Not too bad if I stop spilling shit all over the place.
What are you spilling over there? Got a little party going on?
I spilt the minivan on the floor.
You spilt the minivan on the floor?
I sure did.
How did you do that?
That's 5 shots and 2 shots of water.
Oh, I thought you was going to say he didn't give you your candy. Oh, me.
I already gave you my candy earlier.
And
I think, talking about candy, you remember the Candyman horror movie?
The Candyman can.
Yeah, with the black guy as the Candyman. They're redoing that. They're doing a remake of it.
Huh. Well.
Nope.
It was so great the first time.
Yeah, it was so fucking awesome. People were like, oh my god, I can't wait. And I'm like, did you watch the original or were you asleep?
Let's just remake Attack of the Killer Tomatoes while we're at it.
You better include the green ones, damn it, because they were racist before.
They better be some
Only
fried
the red.
ones too. I don't know. Just to answer Tree in chat, I actually got my tab open. I don't know. Honestly, I sent all my paperwork back, and I've not heard from anybody, but the ground's frozen, so I doubt they're going to do much right now. So I guess that Christmas room isn't getting built anytime soon. Yeah, I'm not too surprised, honestly. Plus, I got to pay the lawyer like $250. The VA won't cover that. Anyway. Yeah, so...
Sucks. You even had to get the lawyer involved.
Yeah, you have to have a lawyer to disperse the money from the VA to the contractor, and the VA will not pay for that lawyer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't at all. And on top of that, you have to find your own contractor. So that was a real fucking joy for me in this part of the fucking woods.
Because they're abundantly, just falling out of the trees, right?
Yeah. Especially at the fucking foot of the goddamn mountain. Everybody's like, but you're in redneck territory. Bitch, we're poor. We don't own businesses. We just fix shit. We build shit out of jugs and beer cans, alright?
Mostly musical instruments.
I've actually seen a beautiful sounding beer bottle wind chime. It sounds funny, but they had the old glass bottles, the thick ones that you could drop and they'd bounce. You guys remember those?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, you guys don't remember. Anyway.
Yep.
It had some of those on it, like the blue colored ones and stuff like that. It sounded so beautiful compared to an actual metal wind chime. But it's fucking 23:01 Eastern Standard Time, and I am literally dragging my ass, feeling like I'm gonna die. Go like us and share us on Facebook, DV Radio Dysfunctional Veterans. Keep updated. I know, I sound so enthused right now. Twitter at DV_DV Radio. Warrior Service and SOSRA. Go check those out. Excuse me. Because a new season of Contraband is starting in 2019. I've already got some of the shows in works, editing them, and I think you guys will like them. Excuse me again. As I said earlier in the show, smile.amazon.com, make DV Farm your charity of choice. A portion of your shopping cart goes directly to the DV Farm, and it helps us continue our mission there at the DV Farm. No hidden fees or extra costs, and again, it all goes directly to DV Farm. That's smile.amazon.com, make DV Farm your charity of choice. We are trying to put some videos up on YouTube. Please give us time. There's only so many of us, and there's a lot of shit that we all have to fucking do. Recoil, it's your turn.
If you're looking for a place to hang out and meet and speak with other veterans off of your standard social media, you can head over to our forum at dvbarracks.com. Again, that's dvbarracks.com. Once you get over there, you can create a profile using either your email or your Facebook login information. Once you have an account created, you can go to the top right-hand corner of the screen, click on your profile. You can change your name to any name you want to use, change your call sign to any, or your picture to any picture you want to use, and you are free to use the forum in anonymity. It's awesome. It's your typical DV fuckery, but there's also a lot of good conversation, as well as my personal favorite section, which is the peer support section. And that is brothers and sisters like you and me looking out for brothers and sisters like you and me. So one last time, that's dvbarracks.com. dvbarracks.com.
Head over to the DV forum right now at dvbarracks.com. You can sign in anonymously. That's the dvbarracks.com DV forum. You do it now, right now. We can't wait for you to do it right now.
Right now.
And if you listen to Recoil on the podcast, that's what happens when you miss 2 months of radio. 2 months. You don't remember what the fuck is coming out of your mouth, and you stutter a little bit. There for a second, I actually thought Zoom was fucking up with me.
I'm a fucking bumbling idiot all the time. So.
Oh my god! But what's funny, when me and you are on the phone, we talk over each other, but we say what we need to say. Oh my god! I hope that's all. Don't forget, EuboraCoffee.com. Use code TROOPS at checkout. Every bag of coffee that you purchase will be matched by Eubora Coffee themselves and sent to deployed soldiers overseas. That's EuboraCoffee.com. That runs until December 25th. That starts tonight. Use code TROOPS at checkout. If you don't use it, it doesn't happen. Also, before I forget, because I actually did fucking forget, because nobody fucking reminded me.
I was just getting ready to.
we need to announce the name of DV Radio's coffee, because DV Radio has a coffee, and I'm not telling you what the fucking blend is. So stop fucking asking me. God damn it, Jesus fucking Christ! Wow. So, and just for you assholes that think you're cute and thought I was going to go look at the other posts and react to those posts. It didn't happen. I'm looking at the one on DB Radio, just like it says. So if you didn't follow, the rules and all that, it's not getting counted. Anyway, so DB Radio's coffee blend name, you got to choose from DV Mud, Battlegrounds, and Angel of Death.
Drum roll, please.
So, it looks like somebody said haha with the reaction. One person said haha. But for the name of DV Radio's coffee blend, it is Battlegrounds. So, DV Radio's Battlegrounds Coffee Blend will be coming to you shortly. Yes, Frosty, I will find out if we can have pre-orders for all of you. The winner of that will be send a message, and we'll get you 2 free bags. When it comes out, you'll be the first to get any coffee, actually. So Battlegrounds DV Radio Coffee Blend. Yeah, you don't know our blend, so don't ask me anymore. I'm not telling you. Stop asking.
Is it dark roast, French roast, Canadian roast?
Right.
All water and ball sweat.
I think I stuck my taint in the coffee. That's what I done. How would you guys like that?
It's fantastic.
It was a little salty.
But a little sweet on the back end. Also, mydvstore.com with an order of so much I honestly don't know. You can get a free stocking that says "Go fuck yourself" written all over it. And to get your orders guaranteed by Christmas, you have to order by Wednesday at midnight of December 19th. That's December 19th. Get your orders in at no later than midnight to mydvstore.com to be sure they're guaranteed in time for Christmas to you or whomever the hell you want to say go eat a bag of dicks to. Oink. Oink. Any last words?
No, just keep supporting everybody and keeping everybody in mind. You know, the holiday seasons ain't the best time for everybody. We know that from the disgruntled page. So look out for your fellow brother and sisters. You know, this ain't the greatest time for some people.
Oh, somebody just messaged me as Oink was talking. The reason that we have the coffee is you buy a bag of that or however many bags you buy, and it helps support DB Radio. A portion of that comes to us. Eubora is more or less a sponsor, but you're helping a veteran-owned business, i.e. Eubora Coffee, as well as us. So go check them out, and like I said, we'll let you know when that coffee becomes available. Recoil, any last words?
As always, be safe and keep looking out for each other, fuckers.
I need to get that recorded so I can just have it on soundbite. SRP, would you like to say anything to our wonderful listeners in your pillow talk?
I miss you, but when I want to snuggle by the kerosene heater.
I'll tell you what, that kerosene heater was one hot motherfucker when I woke up at 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning. I was sweating fucking balls. Anyway, it's been wonderful, you guys. Thank you all for listening to us. We do appreciate your support. Thank you all for everything. We can't thank you enough. Anyway, until next week, Pottsicles. Bye-bye.
Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter.
That's all, folks. Goodbye, motherfucker!
DV Radio.
I would ask you to start your video, Oink, but I don't want your computer to crash.
I think my computer will be all right. It's just
right.
I'm on a laptop, so we're good.